Hey guys, it's Shelly and welcome back to the Vintage Hen and Chick. Today we are going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be showing you how to make a barn quilt. Now don't worry, it's not hard, there's not a lot of math involved, and it's very simple. So if that's something that you're interested in learning how to create, stick around. So you can put a barn quilt pattern on just about any surface. It is easiest when you're doing a square surface. So this cutting board is 12 inches by 12 inches, and I picked this up at the thrift store for $2.50. The wood is pretty shiny on here, and so I'm going to be using chalk paint for my barn quilt, and so I'm just going to give this a rough sand with some 220 grit sandpaper. I just want to make sure to get rid of some of that shininess, and that way my chalk paint will adhere to the surface. And now I'm going to start out painting this entire surface with Dixie Belle's Caviar chalk paint. I'm going to do a 2-color barn quilt, and I'm going to start with the Caviar because I want that to be my base color and I want that to show through the top color. So I'm going to give this 2 even coats of the Caviar. I'm going to let it dry completely, and then we'll move on to the next step. When I was editing the video, I realized that it was probably going to be a little bit hard for you to see the measurements and the marks that I was doing on my black painted surface. And so I took out a piece of 12 by 12 paper, and I'm going to show you how to mark everything out on here and draw your pattern. So I am just dividing each edge of my 12 by 12 surface into 3 sections. So every 4 inches, I'm making a mark on each edge. So I'm going to make a mark at 4 inches and 8 inches. When I get those marks on each edge of the surface, I'm just going to use my ruler and connect all of them. So you're going to end up then with 3 rows of 3 on your surface. So the pattern I'm creating for my barn quilt is called the Ohio Star Grid Pattern. And so, like I said, it starts out with the 3 sections of 3 squares on each section. And now all you have to do is on the outside squares that go around that center square, you just put an X inside of each of those squares. And that's it. It's super simple. Once you have that done, then your Ohio Star Grid Pattern is ready to go for your barn quilt. So I did 2 coats of the Caviar chalk paint. Everything is dry. And now I'm just going to seal this coat in with 1 layer of Dixie Belle Clear Coat Satin. Because I'm using chalk paint on my barn quilt, I'm going to be heavily distressing it when we're all done. And I didn't want the 2 chalk paint colors to kind of smear together. I wanted a definite color distinction between the 2 colors I'm using. And that's why I decided just to seal in this Caviar coat, and that way when we get to the distressing, everything should distress just fine. If you use an all-in-one paint like Dixie Belle's silk paint, you don't have to seal that in because there is a top coat built into that paint. And so here I am just taking my ruler and my pencil, and I'm making those marks on my board just like I showed you on the sheet of paper. Like I said, I thought it was probably a little hard for you to see me drawing the barn quilt pattern on the black paint, And so I did it on the paper first so you could get a good idea of what it's gonna look like. I can see the pencil marks good enough for me to tape off my areas and whatnot, but I thought it would be a little bit difficult for you to see that. So I'm going to continue to mark out my Ohio Star pattern on the surface, and then once that's done, we'll start painting. So I have my pattern all set to go on my square surface. And now I'm gonna start out by painting that center square. And so I'm just gonna take some painter's tape and outline the outside edges of that square. And then once I get that done, then I'm gonna start painting. I'm gonna start in the center, and I'm gonna be using Dixie Belle's Magnolia chalk paint for the contrasting color to the black. So once I get my square outlined with my painter's tape, I'm gonna rub my fingers over that painter's tape really good just to make sure I don't have any bleed through. And then I'm gonna do 2 coats of the Magnolia chalk paint. I'm gonna start out with 1 coat, and then I'm gonna use my blow dryer, or you could use a heat gun to dry that first coat. Once that first coat is dry, then I'm gonna apply the second coat. And then I always remove my painter's tape when the paint is still wet. So after I get to the second coat of paint and get that on, and once that's applied and it's still wet, then I'm gonna remove the tape. So here I am, the second coat is done, the paint is still wet, and now I'm removing my painter's tape. And you can see I have some nice crisp lines on my barn quilt. So once I get the tape off, then I'm gonna let that dry, or you can use a blow dryer or a heat gun to speed up the process, and then we'll move on to the next section. So the paint on my square on the project is completely dry, and now I'm going to start working on the outside triangles that go around this center square. And I'm going to be doing every other triangle. This makes it so easy to paint your barn quilt pattern without messing up the paint. So I'm just going to take my painter's tape and go around and tape off every other triangle on the outside of this center square. Once I get everything taped off for this round, then I'll get those painted. I'll do the 2 coats again. I'll do the 1 coat first, and then I'll dry it with my blow dryer. And then once it's dry, I'll do the second coat and then remove the painter's tape when that second coat is still wet. My first coat of paint has dried on these triangles, and now I'm just going around the board and applying my second coat of paint. Once I have all of the triangles painted with the second coat, then I'm going to start removing the painter's tape while that paint is still wet. You can see our Ohio Star grid pattern coming together on our barn quilt. And all we have to do is one more row of triangles. And so after this paint has completely dried, then I'm going to start taping off the last and final round of the triangles. And so I'm going to take my painter's tape, get those taped off. We're going to do the same process, 2 coats of paint, apply 1 coat first, dry it with your blow dryer or heat gun, or let it air dry, and then apply a second coat. And while the second coat is still wet, then remove your painter's tape. Now you can stop here and totally seal in your barn quilt, but I'm going to heavily distress mine. So I let this dry overnight because I wanted to make sure it was completely dry before I distress it. And now I'm just taking my orbital sander with some 220 grit sandpaper, and I am distressing the entire surface of my barn quilt. I'm going around the outer edges everywhere. I want some of that black paint to show through the white, and I want some of that wood to show through as well. So now it's time to seal my barn quilt in, and I'm going to be using a combination of Dixie Belle's clear wax and black wax. I want my barn quilt to look distressed and grungy and a little bit dirty, which is why I want to use the black wax. But I'm going to start out with the clear wax first, because if I go right over that white chalk paint with the black wax, I'm going to get kind of a gray look in those white areas, and I don't want that. So I'm going to give my entire barn quilt one even coat of the clear wax first, apply that, and then buff it off. And now I'm going to go in with my black wax, and I'm going to concentrate around the outside edges of the barn quilt and over the white areas. I want that to look, like I said, a little grungy and a little old and distressed. And so I'm going to continue to use a combination of the clear wax and the black wax until I get the look that I'm going for, and then this barn quilt is complete. Thank you so much for watching today's video. I hope you found it helpful and inspiring. And if you haven't yet, I would love it if you would like, comment, and subscribe. I love to bring you videos every single week. I'll be back next week with another fun video, so I'll see you then.